Changing my settings, y'all. Bear with me just a minute. Oh, come on. Got Anthony in the house and Donna. Hello, Anthony and Donna. Let me get these settings taken care of, and I'll be right with y'all. Y'all, it's been raining here most of the day. About mid-afternoon, late afternoon, it quit raining. The sun came out. But we're supposed to get more. Let me get my chat up here. Oh, come on. When you try to get something done is when everything goes wrong, doesn't it? I got most of I think it was the orange or yellow bell pepper transplanted yesterday. I don't think I've uploaded the video on it yet. But I knew I needed to get them done before all this rain for these 3 days, because, if you get anything planted or transplanted before a 2 or 3 day rain, you have more chances of it surviving. Especially when it cools the temperatures off a little bit. I got 21 watching already. Y'all must like my little monkeys. Y'all like my little monkeys? 49 watching already? Wow. I was kind of undecided whether I was going to go live tonight or not, but like I said, it's been raining most of the day. The other part of the day, it looked like it was going to rain, and then all of a sudden the sun came out later this afternoon. Well, what's going on here? Anthony says, I finally did it. What did you finally do, Anthony? Oh, I have decided I will be leaving my job soon. Little Pest is here. Paula, Mary, Thomas. Old Farm Show. Well, what is going on? My live is not showing up correctly. I hope y'all see it okay. For some reason, it didn't come through on my laptop correctly. It came through like an old live, like it was being rerun, replayed. That's crazy. Huh. Are y'all having any trouble with the live? Now, maybe. There, my chat's finally back. Anthony says, I finally did it. Everybody else says hi, hello. High and dry. Hello, everybody. We had rain all morning, and I know my garden is just jumping for joy. I had to go out there and literally empty the buckets today because they were overflowing with runoff water. And I've already filled up all of my 32-gallon containers. So I had nowhere to put it, but I did re-water the raised beds because they have no bottom. And I watered the tomato plants that are in the ground that's in that blue bucket, tub, or whatever you want to call it. The rest of it, I just tried to re-water everything. But what are you doing, Anthony? You're leaving your job. And he said, I finally cooked something and it didn't burn. Well, good for you, Anthony. Practice makes perfect. Best live streamer 2025. Well, thank you. You know that was saying the need. I feel the need for speed. Well, I felt the need for alive. Okay, I think I got it straightened out. It looks like it's okay on my end now, too. So we'll see. Well, thank you, Thomas. Well, if you leave your current job, where are you going, Anthony? You must have something else picked out, or someplace else you're going to switch to. Well, thank you, Donna. Even though it's been raining all morning, I was walking around the garden doing stuff, picking tomatoes, picking squash. Seemed like overnight they just jumped, they just grew like crazy. And the heavy rain, it just makes my tomato plants and everything lay down. So I was out there trying to tie them up. So I was breathing all that stuff. And so here I am coughing the rest of the day. You want to make homemade tomato sauce? Well, it's the best in the world. Oh my gosh, there's so much difference in buying store-bought tomatoes and making your own or growing your own. And there's a lot of difference between your homemade sauce, even if you used store-bought tomatoes, than the canned tomato sauce. I mean, the canned tomato sauce is good. I use it quite often. But if I have the tomatoes available, I'm going to make fresh homemade. You're going to be trying YouTube for a while. Oh my goodness. I can't believe, though, you're going to you're going to quit your job and go to YouTube. I mean, it's hard. You don't make that much money in the beginning. You got to work hard and get, millions of subscribers watching your videos to make any good money. And there's Patty C. Hello. I mean, I work constantly all month long just to make what I make, and it's not that much. Some people say they make more on TikTok than they do YouTube. I don't have enough followers on TikTok to go live or make money on it, and I don't have enough followers on Facebook either to go live on Facebook. Because I tried it one time and it says you don't have enough followers. I was not eligible, so I just have to stick with YouTube. YouTube and Patreon. I try to put all my videos that I have on YouTube on Patreon. They used to automatically do it for you, but I don't know if my link got messed up or what. I have to physically go over there and post every video that I want on Patreon now to get it done. Patty C's in the house. Oh my God, we had a switcheroo with my sanitation department for so many years because I don't have that much garbage to pick up every week. I've been using a small individual trash can on wheels. And at the most, I might fill up 2 13-gallon trash bags that I put in there. Most of the time, it's just one 13-gallon trash bag full of house garbage that I put in that bin that they pick up. So they've been just letting me use my own, because in the beginning you could either pay extra to use their big one, or you could use your own trash can and they wouldn't charge you extra. Well, now they've changed trucks. They got these bigger trucks that they're using, and they don't pick up anything unless it's in their own trash bins. And they do that because these big trucks, the guys don't pick the garbage up anymore. They get it to the side of the truck somehow, and the truck picks it up and dumps it. Because these are 96-gallon trash bins, y'all. Oh my God. I don't know if I'd ever be able to fill one of those up. It's almost as tall as I am, you know. And I said, by God, I'd hate for it to be full one time, because I'd never be able to get it to the street. Because it's pretty heavy, even empty. Well, thank you, Patty C. Yeah, I've decided it's time. I'll be more at home with my boys, watching them grow. And yes, I make good money traveling, but I'd rather be at home. Oh, I know that, Anthony. You can make videos with your boys and have a good YouTube channel. Oh, it would have been so neat if you could have videoed them draining the pool because there was leaves in it. That would have been hilarious on a video. Oh my God. Well, thank you, Patty. I just pulled it up, and I didn't even twist it in a bun. I just pulled it up in a scrunchie and started to pull it again, you know, where I make a ponytail, and I didn't pull it all the way through, and it's just floppy on top of my head. Yeah, I guess everybody now has to use their garbage bins because of the big trucks. They don't pick up by hand anymore and dump them in the truck. The thing on the truck picks it up and dumps it over. Because, 96 gallons, oh my God. Some of these people fill up 2 of those things. And that would be pretty heavy. I could see where the guys wouldn't want to pick them up, but I really don't have enough that I even half fill one of those. I put my bin out there because they'll pick up tomorrow. But I've only got one 13-gallon trash bag of garbage in there. And it's all the way in the bottom. I mean, you open it up and it looks like the whole thing's empty except this little bag in the bottom. ETC Acceptor says, hello all the way from Saudi Arabia. Well, hello. Welcome to our chat from Saudi Arabia. Thomas is a retired garbage man, 35 years. You should be able to get a 32-gallon, darling. They didn't ask. And when I called them about why they didn't pick my garbage up last week, they said, well, we don't pick up anymore unless it's one of our garbage bins. I said, well, nobody notified me of it. I said, you've let me use my own for years, so you didn't charge me. And she said, well, they should have already delivered it. I said, well, nobody's mentioned it to me, and they sure have not delivered a garbage bin to me. And she didn't ask me if I preferred any size, didn't even say that I had a choice. And I said, well, I never wanted one before because I don't have enough garbage to have to pay the extra money for the garbage bin that y'all supply. Oh, well, we're not going to charge you for the bin. Well, oh my God, she lied, because I went straight to the website yesterday, and they've already added $10 to my bill every month because of the 96-gallon bin they dropped off. She didn't tell me I had a choice in the size of a bin. They just dropped that one off. You have a 32-gallon. How much do you pay extra a month for your 32-gallon, Patty? Yeah, she didn't say I had a choice. Dropping a thumbs up from the other side of the world. Well, thank you. Quill, Patty, what's wrong? I don't know what's wrong. Adrian Law, I don't remember your name. You're as sexy as ever, always. Anthony said he needs a drink right now. Yeah, I didn't know we had a choice. I'll have to check into that. I'll call them tomorrow. And I'll ask them, hey, did I even have a choice of what size bin? Because every bin that I see out anywhere is the 96-gallon size. I don't see any smaller ones. So I don't know that you have a choice anymore. Patty said, me too. Yeah, I don't know that you have a choice. Let me see if this thing's got any charge on it. We'll see if I can look it up. One price for all of it. So it doesn't matter if you have a 32-gallon or a 96, they're going to charge you the same thing. See, they charged me $10 less before they dropped that bin off. Now my bill has gone up $10 a month more because of the 96-gallon bin. I'm checking on their website and see if I can find out. Been that kind of day. Well, I've kind of had a lazy day since it was rainy most of the day, and the yard was wet the rest of the time, so I really didn't get anything done outside for sure. But we're supposed to have 3 days straight of this rain, so we did get a little break this evening from it. It says here three sizes available. No, this is not. What is going on? Took me to the wrong site. I'm going to their website to see if it says, Linda, I just said you're cute, and Patty said I needed. Yeah, she was afraid you were getting, gonna act like a troll with some ugly remarks or something, I guess. Yeah, because you can get roll-off dumpsters. But like I said, I don't know if you have a choice in the size of the dumpsters anymore. I mean, the little bins that they put off at your house. But I'm trying to find out, looking on their site now. Oh, shoot, they want me to fill in to start a service. I've already got it. I just want to know what's available, people. Yeah, you can't even get on here to find out what they got available without logging in or something. So I guess I'll have to wait till later. Let me try something else. I put in bin sizes. Can't find what I'm looking for. Oh well. You think it when you put in residential, it would come up with whatever's available and some prices, and it would make you just log in or fill out a form to start a service. You're charged for a 32 gallon every 4 months. Huh. Well, they charge every month. It's added to your bill that you pay every month. And they've cut our service down to 4 times a month because they pick up once a week. Years ago, they picked up twice a week, and the company grew so much that they merged with another company, and they started charging so much every month that I quit their service and went with this service because they charged me like half as much and let me use my own can. And now they're getting uppity too. They're getting big time. So they got the big trucks which tear the roads up even worse. And now they went to only the big trash bins. Oh, you got a dumpster. I definitely don't need a dumpster. I mean, my trash would get lost in a dumpster. I just don't have any trash. I mean, I put all my table scraps and vegetable scraps and stuff like that in my compost bin or my compost pile. And I've got tomatoes and pumpkins growing out of the compost pile back there. Yeah, Quill's not a troll. I think he was just trying to pay a compliment. I don't think he meant anything by it. Good evening, Marthy. How are you doing this evening? I said, well, if they make everybody use the big dumpster, I guess I got to use it, but I really don't have enough garbage for it. I mean, on a good day, I might fill up 2 13-gallon trash bags because that's the size I put in my trash can that's under the counter. And it's not even the size for my trash can. I could put like a 6-gallon trash bag in my trash can, but I put the big one in there so I can put more smaller bags full of garbage in it. And I usually just put the one big bag in the garbage bin that I had that was 32 gallon. And usually by the time I fill that 1 13-gallon trash bag up, that was it. I didn't have any more. You're remodeling. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, when you remodel and do stuff like that, you'll have a lot to throw away. And who knows, by the time I get through cleaning out both sheds, which I've got to do, but every time the weather fares up, I got stuff in the yard, the garden to do, so I don't get to drag everything out, go through it, throw away stuff, and reorganize and put it back. And I don't want to pull it out on a rainy day, you know. It'd be my luck to get everything pulled out in the yard and everything gets wet. And I've got to go through closets and everything in this house. I mean, oh my gosh. I have got so much stuff in closets, dresser drawers. And it's been ages since I've went through, and there's so much of the stuff I can't wear. And I got to get rid of it. I mean, I sell a lot of the clothes on Poshmark. You know, if the clothes are any good, there's no need in getting rid of them. Just put them on there and sell them. It's like having a yard sale on the internet. Because I don't ask a lot for the items I put on there. Life with Pippintine said, "You sure are talking trash tonight." Yeah, I've been talking trash. I was telling everybody that the company that I'm with that picks up my garbage has made me go to a 96-gallon trash bin. And I was only using my own personal one before, which was 32 gallons. And I only filled up a 13-gallon trash bag of trash every week that was in it. It was so easy to move it out to the street. Now I got a 96-gallon bin out there that my trash bag gets lost in. And it's a job getting it from the back patio back here out to the street. Just the bin alone is kind of heavy. My day was good, Dylan. How was yours? And there's Joshua. Seven Elvin TV. Help me, Ma. I really need help. What do you need help with? I don't know what I could help you do or with. What do you need help with, Seven Elvin? I can't pronounce that name. You need to get trashy sounds. And there's Neckbone. Hey there, Neckbone. How are you doing? I did definitely not plan this live. I just decided at the last minute that I was going to do it. So here I am. Oh, and my Wandering Jew is growing like crazy, y'all. Oh, my goodness. I know one of the subscribers said, well, you should have put it in little glass containers and put it in the house. It roots real easy. Well, I've always rooted mine outside in pots. And every bit of that subscriber sent to me is rooted, and it's growing like crazy out there with all this rain and the cooler temperatures. Both pots of that Wandering Jew is growing like crazy. Tamara Douglas is doing great. Well, that's good. Dylan, did you finish your homework? Is Dylan your son, Anthony? Aren't they out of school now? Yeah, I'd hate to see that 96-gallon bin if I filled it up with garbage. I'd never move it. How was the movie? I got watching it, the first of it, and I haven't got through all of it yet, but I'm going to get back to it. It's an interesting little movie. And I thought that was cute. I said, I'll make y'all wonder with that thumbnail. It's like, what is she up to now? Dylan says, my dad is good, but my father is upset with me. Wait a minute, we got a Dylan in here, and we got Anthony, and Anthony telling Dylan, did you get your homework? No, Dylan, did you finish your homework? Are y'all in the same family? Is Dylan your son, Anthony? Yeah, the Wandering Jew is a really pretty plant. And mine has got such deep purple since it's been out in the sun. It's that really deep purple color. Neckbone is drinking my last beer and cigar. You need to trash that cigar. My dad used to smoke cigars and pipes and cigarettes, and I never cared for any of that stuff. Of course, me and my mom both were allergic to all that. We couldn't be around somebody smoking in the house, and Dad would come in there, sit in his rocking chair, watch TV, and he'd be either smoking his pipe or his cigar. Of course, he didn't smoke it very long when he was in the house, and he'd put it out. But I don't know. I just never liked to see someone with a cigar in their hand. It's like, ooh, put that away. Get rid of that. Do you think that Joe Exotic is innocent? Who do you mean? I don't know who Joe Exotic is, Lil. You lost me. Yeah, I never cared for the cigars. I don't know why. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to even smoke one, even try to smoke one myself, but I never like to see anybody else smoke one either. I figure out something about Disney fireworks shows. They do have a conclusion at the end, if you know what conclusion. Yes, I do, Joshua. Your mom had a plant and it was so pretty. Well, right now, I forgot who sent me that. I'm sorry to say because I should remember, but they sent me a great big bunch of it. And I filled one half gallon, not half gallon, but half barrel planter. Oh, it was probably that big around. And then I filled another small pot that's out here on my patio. And both of them have rooted and they're starting to grow. They're growing like crazy. And it's every bit of it is a real deep purple. Yes, Dylan is my oldest son. I give him homework to do because he is in trouble. Oh, okay. Punishment work, huh? He's the Tiger King. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can tell I don't know much about that movie. Wasn't there a movie, Tiger King or something like that? Why is Neckbone having this? I don't know. Maybe he's calling it a night. Why is Neckbone having his last beer and cigar? It might be his last for tonight. I don't know. Yeah, I can't be around people smoking cigars and pipes and cigarettes because I'm allergic to it. They definitely can't smoke in my house. They'd have to go outside. It's amazing on Netflix. Yeah, I don't have Netflix. If I can't watch free movies on YouTube or on the internet that are free, I don't watch them usually. Because I pay enough for my internet service. I'm not paying extra for Netflix. Or I refuse to anyway. I mean, I'm not, I don't have a ton of money coming in, so I don't pay for all those little extras. And there's Tenny. Carol railroaded Joe Exotic, and also her husband met his demise. Oh, that sounds like an interesting movie or show. Me either. Cigars make me sick, but I like pipes. My dad liked his pipes. He had several different pipes. In fact, he had one of those pipe racks, and it had a container that was in it that held the tobacco. Because he rolled his own cigarettes and, he put his own tobacco in his pipes. Free stuff only. Yeah, it's like a Walt Disney movie. Free stuff only. So was that the last of your free stuff, Neckbone? Your beer and your cigar? Yeah, there's so many movies on YouTube. I was surprised. And you can find a lot of current stuff there too, not just older movies. I watched the 50 Shades of Grey for the first time on YouTube. And then when I went to the movies, I watched it again because I had already read the book. Yeah, there's Tiger King on YouTube. Oh, he used the car without permission, so he's in trouble. And that's the only trouble. The only punishment you could think of was to give him homework to do, huh? Well, hey, good for you, Anthony. He might think twice or three times before he takes the car out without permission next time. Oh, you're talking about free stuff on YouTube. I didn't know. I keep jumping around from one person's comment to the other, and sometimes I kind of get lost in the conversation here. Yeah, there's enough free stuff on YouTube and regular TV or some of these other channels that you watch free. Unless it's a real special movie, I'm not paying to watch it. And now the way the prices have went up so much at the movie theater, if it's available online, I pay a couple of dollars and I watch it at home. You make your mugs, Patty. Now he is 16 and the only has that he doesn't have a license. He doesn't understand that's still a crime and to drive without a license even if you have a permit. Yeah, you'll get a ticket for driving with no license if you don't have a licensed driver in the car with you. Oh, I know. I read that book and then I had to see the movie. But there's so much that is in the book that they don't have in the movie. I guess they couldn't put all of it in the movie. Yeah, I hear you, Patty. That's what we had to do years ago, even in school. If you did something wrong in class, like if you were talking when you weren't supposed to, the teacher'd make you write out the sentence, I must not talk in class. And it was up to her if it was 100 times or 200 or 300 times, you know. Yep, everything does Walt Disney, yeah. And there's Country Cutie, hello. Doing good tonight, how are you doing? Well, I read the first book, The 50 Shades of Grey. And then I watched all the other movies. I didn't read the books, but I did go watch the movies. Every one that they made, what was it, 3 or 4 movies? I think 50 Shades Freed was wasn't that the last one? I don't know. It's where they got married in that one movie, I guess. And they never did come out with another one. I was disappointed. I kept waiting to see the next one. You never read the book. I haven't seen Edith in chat tonight, so she must be doing something else or she don't know that we're live or something. Maybe she just hasn't checked. But she did get home from the hospital, but she still has problem with her blood pressure going up. And she had mentioned that all these trolls coming into my lives were making her blood pressure go up. So I was afraid she was not going to be coming into my lives, but we only had one come in last time, and I got rid of them, and I haven't seen any of them back, so we haven't had any in here tonight yet, so that's a good thing. Because she lets it get her upset, you know, when the trolls come in. She doesn't like their language. She doesn't like the comments. And then when some of the trolls realized that they were upsetting her, then they started picking on her. They even put my picture on their profile, used my name, and said something about that they didn't like Edith or something like that. Well, I told Edith, I said, that's not me. And I got rid of them. I hid them from the channels, what I did. So they have to change their name again because they'll never be seen under what they came in that time with. Neckbone said Linda watched 50 Shades of Grey after the planned trip to the all-male review with her friends. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Hey, I'm human. I like these good-looking men. It was all in fun when I went to the strip clubs to see them with girlfriends of mine. It was just all in fun. A good time, that was all. Yep, we are busy blocking trolls. I haven't seen any tonight so far. Hopefully we don't. Listen to Dylan. He said, is it child abuse if you have to keep writing, I will not drive again on paper because my something. Oh, your hands are hurting from writing. Just write slow. Put your pencil down between each sentence. Rest your fingers a little bit and then get back at it. Oh, Patty says I may go back to New York City to be with my sister, see brother-in-law in hospital. Oh, okay. Well, I hope he's doing okay. I mean, in the hospital doesn't sound good. That's right, Patty. It's not supposed to be fun to repeatedly write a sentence like that 100 times. And if it hurts your hand, it makes your hands cramp, then that was the punishment. Dylan says, I am not mean to you or your brother. Right. But you got to discipline kids. I mean, that's what is wrong with a lot of these kids today. They get in trouble because they were never disciplined at home. So they get out there and get into everything they shouldn't be into. I'm sorry to hear that, Patty. No, I didn't know that, Joshua. That's a big place. Yep, sounds fair to me, Anthony. He could have got worse punishment than to have to write that he would not drive the car. I know, isn't that crazy? They call it child abuse if you spank your child when they're doing wrong. Well, my dad, he only had to threaten us, me and my brothers. We never did get spanked. All he had to do was threaten and come toward us and pull his belt out of his loops of his pants and hold it in his hand. He never had to use it, thank God. But we knew he meant business if he ever pulled his belt out of his pants loop. Yep, that's a parent's job. He's doing his job as a dad, Dylan. You wouldn't want your dad any other way. Believe you. Believe you me, you would not want your dad to be any other way. Because if he didn't discipline you, you'd be out there getting in so much trouble left and right. You'd be in trouble all the time. You'd probably end up in juvenile detention or in jail. You should be thanking your dad. Thanking your dad that he's not whipping you. All he's making you do is write, "I will not drive without permission." Well, like I said, anytime I did something wrong, or I don't remember what I did wrong when I was little, but I'd always run to Daddy, get up in his lap, and he wouldn't let Mama do nothing to me. If she threatened to spank me, I don't think she'd really would have spanked me, but I think she threatened a time or two enough that it scared me, and I ran into the living room where Daddy was, and I'd climb up in the chair with him and sit in his lap, and he wouldn't let her touch me. I felt safe when I was in Daddy's lap. I was a daddy's girl. 49 square miles. That's pretty big. Donna said it straightened her out too. Like I said, I never really got in trouble at home, but there was a time or two in school, I think I got caught talking to somebody that sat next to me in class, and I'd have to write out 100 times, "I must not talk in class." Something like that. It wasn't real bad trouble, but sometimes you know how it is when before class starts or when classes first start and how kids are talking, and it's hard to get them to calm down and start listening to the teacher in the very beginning. And there's Jana. Hey, come right on, jump right on in, Jana. I only got one spanking in my entire life, and that was from my father, and he never had to do it again. Well, like I said, I never got a spanking. Never, ever. I don't remember my brothers ever getting a spanking. All my dad had to do was warn us. And if he told us to stop or sit down and behave ourselves and we didn't do it, that's when he'd come toward us and he'd pull that belt out. And the minute that belt come out of those loops, we settled down. He didn't have to use the belt. Oh, is Patty leaving us? Night all, I've got her. Okay. Well, have a blessed night, Patty C. We'll see you next time. I missed that where she was telling people good night. Yeah, I got started late with this live, so. But I remember back during that time we had a principal at school, and he had a paddle in his office. And it was a board that he'd sanded down and made into like a paddle at one end. And it had holes in it. So when he went to spank somebody, it didn't offer too much resistance before it hit your butt. And he used it on the high school boys. He'd make them bend over a chair in front of the class, and he'd paddle their butt with the whole class watching. Those boys, they got to where they didn't want to see Principal Shaw coming because they knew he had that paddle. He was well known for that wooden paddle. And it wasn't considered child abuse back then. It was considered discipline. Well, nowadays, parents can't spank their kids anymore because people holler it's child abuse. If you discipline your child with a spanking, it's considered child abuse. Yep. Our principal couldn't do that today, you know. There's Edith. Oh my goodness. I took a spoonful of cough syrup thinking that would help my cough, but not helping too much, is it? And I got my nasal spray. I haven't even used it today. And like I said, it usually works for about 5 minutes after I use it, and then it doesn't help anymore. Dylan says he don't like writing anymore. How far have you gotten? How many sentences have you written so far, Dylan? Well, good for you, Edith. She went to a walk in her neighborhood today. Way to go. Janice said my grandma carried a paint stirrer from Lowe's in her purse. I knew it was there. I knew if I misbehaved, I would see it come out of her purse. Yep. That's funny. You didn't ever want to see her pull it out of that purse. You wanted it to stay right where it was. Well, I always used to have to number mine so they knew that I got to exactly 100. Every sentence I wrote, I'd have to put a number in the front of it. 1, 2, 3, and so on. So when I hit 100, all my dad had to do is glance at the paper, and he knew I had written 100. Well, not my dad, the teacher did, because I never had to do it at home. 9 pages. Well, you're almost there, Dylan. You got 9 out of 11. You got 3 more to go. No, 2 more. You got 2 more pages to go and you'll be done. What's Country Cutie been doing today that you're tired? I could have been vacuuming and cleaning my house today, but I haven't. I've been lazy. But I didn't go to sleep last night till about 5 this morning. And then I didn't want to get up. And then when I got up, I was just kind of drug around. So it made me not really want to get into doing very much cleaning or anything else today. I did wash dishes. I did a video, a short one. But that's about it today. You've already told him you learned your lesson and you're tired of writing. Don't matter. You still got those other 2 pages to write, Dylan. So just tough it out and get the other 2 written and you'll be done. Oh, you had to work. You had to work and just got home at 8. Okay. Well, I was worried about the mosquitoes, so that I always keep my buckets back here emptied after it rains and those buckets get water in them or compost tea. I always make sure I re-water something with them, or I put them in the 32-gallon containers, or I make sure they're emptied out because I don't want mosquitoes in my yard. And when I was out there today doing it, I noticed the neighbor back over here, the backyard looked like a lake at one time. And then they finally did fill it in a little bit with some dirt. But there was some water standing at the back end of it again today. It rained so much this morning. I just hope it's not still standing, because that's going to cause bad mosquitoes. And if it rains tomorrow and the next day, it's going to get even worse. But I got my buckets emptied. Oh, wow. Your hummingbirds have been draining your feeders. Well, I refilled 3 of mine up yesterday evening. Washed them out and refilled them with nectar, because I haven't seen them a bunch at the feeders, but they've been out there because they're draining that nectar like crazy. Every time I look out there, the level of the liquid has dropped. So I know they've been feeding. But a lot of mine come to my feeders at night when I'm not out there and you can't see them. Because I've been on the back patio at night after dark, and I've heard them come up there. And sometimes I'll turn the little Christmas lights on around the patio. And if I get quiet, I'll see them come up to the feeders at night. You had about 20 today? Yes, ma'am, we missed you, Gladys. We wondered where you were. We were hoping you were okay, because I know you hadn't been feeling well. You didn't know, Linda, that Disney fireworks use compressed air. No more gunpowder. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, you're typing in here. I guess typing is easier than writing. What do you mean it's not fair for your brother to get to play while you're stuck writing at the table? Your brother's not the one that took the car without permission. You are. So you're the one that's getting punished by having to write the sentences. Yeah, I just started to say, if he's already got 9 sheets done, he wouldn't be doing too much complaining. He'd just be hurrying up and getting those other 2 pages done. So he'd be finished. Got to go see how much he's actually got done. You want a pet squirrel? Well, I've got tons of squirrels in my yard, but I don't think any of them are pets. But I love to watch them. I like to die that time I saw one fighting the crow over the birdseed that fell to the ground. I did a video of it. And then the time he tried to go up the pole to the feeder, and I had greased it down with Vaseline. He got almost to the top and he just slid down. And when he hit the ground, he looks up and he looks down and he looks back up like, what just happened? Dylan, Anthony's son, drove the car without permission. So he's having to write 100 times, I will not drive without permission, or something like that, as punishment. And he said he was on 9 pages. He's only got 2 more to go. But he's complaining because his hand hurts. But I thought to myself, if I already had 9 pages written out, I wouldn't be complaining about it. I'd just hurry up and get the other 2 written so I'd be done with them. And there's Ann. Hi there, Ann. You saw a 3-foot snake in our yard? Well, I hope it was not a poisonous snake. How many pages did you actually have written, Dylan? Anthony just went in there to check on him, and he said he's got to go. Just got in trouble. I bet you didn't have 9 pages written. Better be careful, Dylan. Your dad will add a few more pages to it. He'll make you go to 150 instead of just 100. Anthony's back. How many pages does he actually have written, Anthony? Okay, Joshua. Yeah, Jana, there you go. Make him write the whole dictionary from starting with the letter A. Don't let him stop till he gets to Z. He only had 3 written, so I took his phone and laptop. I wish that troll would quit using my picture and my name. I don't like them doing that. I mean, it's bad enough they come into my lives with their nasty stuff. But then to use my name and my picture is just even worse. Yeah, I just got rid of them, Edith. You'll have to change their name or come back as something else. They're not coming back under that same name. He needs to get to T, and that spells thief. I would never even dream of taking my dad's car. And my uncle taught me to drive when I was 13. But I mean, I didn't take his car and drive it. He come got me and taught me how to drive. And I never would have dreamed, never even thought about taking my dad's car without saying something. I've never even asked to use my dad's car either. No, he keeps on, I'll take his game and I'll take his gaming computer. I'll take it all. There you go, Anthony. Yeah, kids have usually so much in their rooms nowadays, it's hard to discipline them because you just about have to take all the electronics away from them. If you discipline them from one thing, they're on their phone. If you take that away, they're on the computer. If you take that away, they're on some handheld game. Yep. Congratulations, troll. You're a donkey butt. Yeah, that's right. He needs a licensed driver in the car with him if he's going to drive, not take off by himself. That's bad. I think he said he was 16. He's got a learner's permit, but you know, with a learner's permit, you got to have somebody in the car with them that has a license. You need a cheese quesadilla. Well, how come you have not eaten dinner yet, Lil? I ate one of my videos. Well, I did my video on what I ate, what I fixed to eat tonight. It was real something real simple, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to wait till the video comes out before I do that. I've tried to get 2 or 3 videos ahead because of the nights that I don't sleep when I don't feel like doing anything the next day, that I'll have a video to post. I've been too busy and had to go to yard work. Yard work. Well, I have to eat something before I can get out there and do yard work, or I don't have the energy to do the work. Like mowing, it takes me, it's a job to mow my yard. It takes me 2 days to get it all done. And I've got to have something in my stomach to give me energy, or I can't get out there and push that mower. There's no way. I'd be falling over. Yeah, Anthony, you're doing an excellent job. I commend you for that. I'm having a Linda pulled pork sandwich. There you go. Did you fix pork in your crock pot, Anthony? Is that why you said you didn't burn anything? Well, tomorrow I go to UT Southwestern to the doctor there to see. He will do my neck surgery. Well, we're going to keep our fingers crossed for you that everything turns out real well with whatever he decides to do. Oh, wow, look at that, Anthony. Well, good for you. And there's so many different recipes for pulled pork, where you can put different ingredients in there. But the one I did makes a good pulled pork, because you don't have to use the sauce that came out of the crock pot with your pork, to eat the whole thing. You can just use the meat, pull it apart, and use a regular barbecue sauce on it. That's what I did, and I liked it that way. I ate half of it with the sauce that come out of the crock pot, and part of it just in pulled pork sandwiches. You copied mine off the video. Well, good. It turned out real good for me. Jan, he can't read any more chats. I've got his phone and laptop. Oh, my. Tell him he can get back in my chat when he finishes his sentences. Yeah, pulled pork is the best. I mean, you can put coleslaw on it or eat it with coleslaw. Use barbecue sauce on it. Or you can make you some potato salad and eat with your pork. I mean, there's so many different combinations of the ways you can eat it. It was real good just to slice it and put that sauce on it that was out of the crock pot, too. You made him make him do it in cursive just to spite. Yeah, because most of the schools don't even teach kids how to cursive write anymore. And that's a shame. They should teach kids how to do the cursive writing. You think you ate too much, but it was good. Yeah, I got to come up with another crock pot recipe. I don't know what yet. I've got several different things going through my mind that I want to do videos on, but I can't do them all at one time because I already have too much food here, and there's no way I can eat all of it. A lot of it goes out in the compost pile. But I'm going to if I can get to go to my son's this weekend, I'm going to take him the cake that I put in the freezer. I'm going to take him some of those banana nut cupcakes that I made, that I put in a baggie, and I put those in the freezer. Yeah, you are, because they've got to have discipline, Anthony. There's no way around it. Kids need discipline. They got to learn right from wrong. And they got to learn that if you do wrong, there's consequences. And maybe in you disciplining him will keep him from doing something extremely wrong later and getting in real bad trouble. There you go, Tamara. Stand strong, Anthony. That's what I say. Try chicken and rice. I fix so many chicken and rice dishes. And I've got all these fresh vegetables back here. I got squash, zucchini, cucumbers, tomatoes. I've got to get something done with them. I'll probably take a bunch of that to my son, too, if I get over there this weekend. Because I did get his birthday present in, so I want to get it over there to him. And my granddaughter's birthday is Friday, the 13th. I sent her card. And I sent her a gift card. I told her that way she could go shopping and she could buy something for herself that she liked. I mean, she'll get it probably by tomorrow, maybe. She'll get it before Friday. Yeah, I've done quite a few chicken and rice videos. I've done chicken and dumplings, chicken noodle soup. But that's something I love. I love chicken noodle soup with the macaroni noodles put in it. I love chicken and dumplings. I love chicken and rice. Yeah, he'll not forget. He won't be driving that car anywhere anytime soon, or probably ever again without permission. Because he's not going to have to want to write all that again. I've done pizza videos. I make my own pizza. Some of them where I make my own pizza dough. Some where I use pre-made pizza dough. Some of them where I use, what is it, the French bread, the garlic bread. What do you call the bread? The the long rolls of bread. It's not the Italian, because usually the Italian is the skinny one. This is the fatter one. You can slice that in half, open it up, and put all your toppings on each half. Put it in the oven. Oh, it turns out really good. And if you cook it right, leave it in there long enough, the bread gets real crunchy like the crust would. And it's really good. And Nick said his son is 14 and he's a handful. When my son turned 14, he had a bottomless stomach. I never realized a kid could eat as much as he could. But he couldn't eat as much as his friend did. Oh my God. His friend would out-eat him any day. You got a 16-year-old and a 15-year-old. And they're kind of, right now, at that rebellious age, I guess you could call it, where they think they know everything. It's like they've been to school, and they know stuff. They know all of it. You can't tell them anything. I know, I've been there and I've done that. I remember when I was 13, 14, 15 years old, I thought I knew everything. I found out real quick I didn't. Yeah, they want to be Papa, but it ain't going to happen in my house. I'm laughing, but I can imagine what you're going through. I like to died one time when I was called call from the police station one night. My son had left. He was 13, 14 years old. And he had palled around with some of his friends that afternoon. And that night he hadn't come home yet. Well, it was still kind of early, so I wasn't worried. But I got a call from the police station. Miss Hauser, your son is here. And I like to die. I knew something was wrong. They said, don't worry, he's not in trouble. But he was in the car with the boy that we had to bring in. So we had to bring your son in because we couldn't leave him in the car. All you need to do is come pick him up. Oh, I almost died when he first said, your son's here at the police station. I thought to myself, oh my God, what has he done? One time I caught him looking at a boy on boy X-rated content, and I ended up locking him in the basement for 22 days. Oh my God. Caught him a second time and branded him with a hot iron. Oh no. He was with this kid, and see, he was a year or two older than my son. And my son was palling around with him, and he lived on the next street over here. So it was just like right behind here, you know. It wasn't that far away. But there was a neighbor, an older man, that had this old car, and it was parked there in his yard. I mean, it would still run, it was still drivable, but the steering was off. So he never really used the car. And I think he had thrown the keys down in the floorboard of it because he knew he wasn't going to go anywhere with it and didn't think anybody else would. Well, that kid knew the keys were there. Evidently, he'd been prowling around, snooping around, and saw it. So he told my son, he said, let's go right into town. Let's go to McDonald's. And my son says, well, we can't take somebody's car. Oh, yeah. And I don't remember the guy's name. He said, so-and-so leaves the keys here in the car, so anytime I need to go out to town, I can just come over here and get the keys and take the car and go. Well, it was a lie, but my son didn't know it because there was the keys, you know. So my son believed what he said. They got in the car, got out to town, and almost got to McDonald's. But after they left, evidently the old guy knew somebody took his car. So he called it in. Car stolen. Well, the police car pulled up behind them just before they got to McDonald's. Turned the light on. You could hear the thing whipping, you know, like they want to stop you. And it scared the boy that my son was with that was driving. So he floorboarded the car, trying to outrun the cop. Well, the steering was off, so the steering wheel, he was going like this just to try to keep the car going straight. And he come down off of the main highway and went down on 377. Finally, they pulled over because I guess he was afraid to drive the cars that fast because the car, you couldn't keep it straight. But anyway, they arrested the kid. They took him to the jail because he didn't have a license and he took the car without permission. My son didn't know anything about it, so he wasn't charged with anything. But they couldn't just leave him there with the car, you know. They had to bring him into the station and at least call me to come get him. He needed a ride home. Oh, my son, he was beside himself. He says, Mom, I didn't know he was going to do that. He told me that man put the keys in the car so he could use it anytime he wanted to. I didn't know he was lying to me. And he didn't know the kid didn't have a driver's license either. Yeah, I wouldn't brand a kid with a branding iron. I don't think no matter what they did. I mean, I'd discipline them. A spanking is one thing, but to burn them with a branding iron is I mean, I never spanked either one of my kids but one time. I think each one got a licking one time. And then it was just my hand on their butt. Really didn't hurt them. It hurt their feelings because Mama was spanking them because they did something wrong. And at one time was when my daughter was like 3 years old, I think, and she had just got her tricycle for Christmas that year. Well, our yard was real sandy and the driveway was too, so it was real hard for her to pedal her tricycle on the driveway. I was doing some work to some flower bushes or something in the front yard. Next thing I know, I looked around to see where Margaret was, and she was out on the highway, trucking it down the highway on that bicycle. When I turned around and she saw me looking at it, she says, "Look, Mom, I can go fast." My heart dropped, y'all. Oh my God. Because we lived on a curve, a real sharp curve. And there was big trucks that came on that curve. 18-wheelers with the big long beds, trailers behind them. And that's why I always got on her, don't ever go in the road. I mean, it's too dangerous. Well, when I saw her out there on that highway just trucking along, she was having the time of her life, and I was about to have heart failure. I went out there, I grabbed her, and I got that tricycle, I got up in the driveway, and I did spank her butt. I popped her a couple of times on her butt with my hand, but like I said, it hurt her feelings more than it did her body. I didn't hit her that hard. Because it scared me to death. Oh my God, if a big 18-wheeler had come around there, they wouldn't have had time to see her to stop. They couldn't have stopped. And then my daughter, that was my son. I don't remember what he did. For the life of me, I don't remember what he did that got me upset. And I did him the same way. I just popped his little butt, maybe twice, not enough to hurt. It hurt his feelings. And he looked at me and he said, "Mama, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt." And he had little tears in his eyes because it hurt his feelings. His mama had spanked him. And it broke my heart just to see him and, look at me and say it didn't hurt with tears in his eyes. And I had to just give him a big hug. That's the only time either one of my two kids were ever spanked. You guys don't have a fight in here. Oh my God, Anthony, I want to go on. Yeah, I can't imagine anybody burning their kid with a hot iron or anything like that. Okay, y'all stop it. Let's get back on a happy topic and get off of this. That's something that was done years ago, so it's done and over with. There's nothing can be done about it now. We got a fight going on in live chat tonight, y'all. Not necessarily, Joshua. But usually if you close the app, it is closed. I mean, did somebody put Nick in timeout? I don't know. Didn't see. That's okay, Ann. Just timeout's good enough because I don't think he meant to start a fight. He just. It's all right, Anthony. Disciplining a child is one thing, but burning them with a hot poker or whatever it was he said he burned him with, I couldn't do that. Yeah, that's not discipline there. And that's good enough, Anne. If he comes back next time, maybe he'll be in a better frame of mind and we'll get on a different subject. So, yeah, a lot of times if you leave a lot of apps open, they're open in the background, they're draining your battery, Joshua. So I try to make sure all of mine in the background are closed so they're not just completely draining my battery all the time. And there's Linda Foster. I didn't even see you come in. Hello. How are you doing this evening? Yeah, it's hard for me to imagine someone doing that to a child, too. I mean, you can discipline them without doing something like that. That's not right. All right, Anthony. Yeah, let's talk happy things, happy thoughts. Like my monkeys on my thumbnail. We got a pouring down rain here again today, Gladys, all morning. We're supposed to get more tomorrow and the next day. 3 days straight of heavy rain, they said. Yeah, I thought you just got here because I just happened to see your name when you come in and said hi. I finally got around to digging my potatoes, y'all. But I'm not telling you about it. You'll have to watch the video. Toto Pain. La Chaos Uppity. What? I hope you're not a troll. I don't remember Toto Pain Diaz ever coming in here before. Do y'all remember this person? Oh, your mom's coming to be with you on Saturday. That sounds good. Anybody have any funny jokes? At the top of my head, no, I can't think of any. Anthony's back. Well, I've got a casserole coming up. I'm not telling you the name of it, but I think it's going to be a good one. And I'm hoping nobody's ever tried one of these before. Probably not because it's like a Texas thing. And that's all I'm going to say about it because I haven't done it yet. And I was thinking if I get it done before, if I go to my son's Saturday, if I get it done before then, I can take him part of it and see how he likes it. Dylan said, I'm back. Dad gave me my phone back so I can watch He said I don't have to write anymore. He changed his mind about the rest of my writing for some reason. Oh no. See, you got a good dad, Dylan. You need to behave yourself and don't even think about taking that car again without your dad's permission. You got to have a licensed driver with you. No, I haven't heard anything from Wilson. And I've seen Dennis's videos popping up, because I'm subscribed to his channel and I've got all notifications chosen. So I do see his videos when he posts them. So I know he's still posting left and right. But I haven't seen anything of Wilson. He's busy doing his own thing, and with his videos and his shorts that he posts all the time. He's been in here once or twice lately, but not every time. And it's okay. He doesn't have to be here every time. No, I haven't, Joshua. I don't know what Google's new owl thing is. Right. You got to have a licensed driver with you. Preferably somebody your dad approves of. Don't just take the car because you got a licensed driver with you. You ask permission before you take that car. He posts a lot of cooking videos, short videos on him cooking stuff. And he posts a lot of videos and shorts with his grandkids. Like they go fishing, and they were playing hot potato the other night. They were all sitting in the floor. And he posted a video on that. They looked like they were having fun. Yeah, I get to glance at a couple of his videos occasionally. I don't have time to watch them all, but I catch one here now and then, and I catch Two Tall Robs once in a while, and I try to kind of make the rounds of everybody that I know and subscribes to my channel. I try to at least pop in and say hi or say this is a good video or something. Like Billy Jean, I get to see some of his cooking videos occasionally. And I always leave a comment, or I put a comment in the live so he knows I've been there. I know it just poured down rain all morning today. And that backyard next door is full of water again, even though they filled it in with dirt. And if we get more rain tomorrow and the next day, it's going to be even more water in there. They're going to have to fill in more dirt, I'm afraid. They need to get it back up to the level it was before. I don't know what they were trying to do. Whose channel? Dennis? If it's Dennis, it's just DS and grandkids. He uses the letter just like he shows up in live. It's capital DS and grandkids. That's his channel name. He did a video one time where Brooklyn was scrambling eggs for breakfast. It was a cute video because she was doing the cooking. Yeah, like I said, I don't get to watch many of them all the time. But I do try to make the rounds of some of the people that do post videos and do lives. I try to pop in occasionally. And Growing What You Eat is one of them. Oh, I want his fig trees. He's got fig trees that are putting out some figs. And he's growing them in big pots. But he can take them inside in his greenhouse to keep them warm in the wintertime. I can't do that. I don't have room for a big greenhouse. Okay, Jana, you have a blessed night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. We'll see you next time. And there's Amos. Hello, Amos. He wanted to see time fly. Not a lot, Amos. Well, good. I'm doing good. Just my allergies. If I could get rid of my allergies and my neck and back injury, I'd be just 100%. Oh my goodness, it's almost 11 o'clock, y'all. We've been on for an hour and a half. I guess I should let y'all go and get some sleep. I don't want to keep you up all night. Because I know most of you are an hour ahead of me. Yeah, he told us he was going to be spending more time with you and your, is it your brother or sister? I don't remember if you got two boys or a boy and a girl. I think it was a boy and a girl, wasn't it, Anthony? But yeah, I would have loved to have seen a video of y'all draining that swimming pool because there was leaves in it. Oh my goodness. That would have been such a good video. You're going to be up for a while. What goes up never comes down. I remember this joke, but I don't remember the answer to it. Joshua said his brother works at Home Depot. He comes home about 10 or 11 or something. Yeah, they usually have to stay in the store and help straighten up after the store's closed. All of those stores do, like Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. Basically all of them. You have to always have to stay and help straighten the store so it's nice and tidy when it's open the next day. Yeah, I forgot the answer to that joke, and can't believe I can't remember what the answer to it is. What goes up never comes down. Dylan says, we didn't know that you had to use a net. Dad told me he would be at home. Use a net for what? I'm lost in this conversation. Oh, your age. It never, yeah, it always goes up. It never comes down. That's for sure. Mine went way, way up. And it keeps going up. He works in the garden center. I used to know a lot of jokes, and I still probably know them. I just don't remember them. I haven't used jokes in so long, it's ridiculous. Yeah, good one. For the pool, he said that we were supposed to use, yeah, a net. There's a dip net on a long aluminum pole it's circled and it's got a net across it, a dip net. Almost looks like something you dip in there to get fish out. But you dip it in the water to get all the leaves out or any type of debris that gets in the water. You can fish it out with that net. I've got one because years ago I had a float ring pool here in my backyard. And I used a dip net to get the leaves out of it because I had it put under the trees. So, I was always fishing leaves out. But I did have it covered, so if I wasn't in it, it was covered. It was made it a little bit easier. Yeah, you don't drain that whole pool just to get it clean. You use a dip net. Fish those leaves and stuff out. What has a lot of keys and can't open a door? A piano? But that's probably not the answer. Okay, here's one for you that I bet you can't answer. Why don't scientists trust atoms? An accordion. Yeah, what's the answer to that, Gladys? Oh, she said yes, cool. But here, why don't scientists trust atoms? No, they might split, but that's not the answer. Anybody else want to guess? When I turn this tablet off, since it is a Galaxy One, said tap again, turn off this tablet. What happens during the shutdown? Like I don't know computer stuff. Did you? Well, when it shuts down, everything should turn off. If you had any apps open or websites open, all of it should close up, and when you turn it back on, it would open up and start fresh. What's in front of you and never behind you? I don't know. Nobody's tried to answer this one. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Oh, there's Tamara. She must have looked it up. It's because they make up everything. They tell fibs. Because they block maters. They block matters. So I'm smart. Hello, Sheila. Oh, your shadow. Yeah, that never gets in front of you. What's in front of you and never behind you? I'm not a scientist either. Okay, here's some corny dad jokes. What did the horse say after it tripped? Sheila's a silent watcher, says she doesn't comment much. But what did the horse say after it tripped? Remember, this is a corny one. Silly. I'm guessing power on. Yeah, it would take a while for it to start up again. Okay, I'll tell you the answer. Said, what did the horse say after it tripped? Help! I've fallen and I can't giddy up. Get it? Giddy up. Help! I've fallen and I can't giddy up. It's a corny one. This is easy. It says, what do you call a well-balanced horse? What do you call a well-balanced horse? Hey Neil, how are you? Welcome to our chat. You call him stable. He's stable. Martha is leaving us. All right, Martha, you have a blessed night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. We'll see you next time. Have a blessed day tomorrow. And there's Neil. He's in the house. What do you call an angry carrot? Think about it. What do you call an angry carrot? Neil said, I love your recipes. Well, thank you, Neil. What do you call an angry carrot? Nobody's going to guess? It's been raining all morning, really hard, and it's supposed to rain for the next 2 days. I mean, it did break this afternoon and the sun come out for a little bit, but it's supposed to rain again tomorrow and tonight maybe. What did one bed bug say to the other bed bug? Now, that's been asked around me before, but I don't remember the answer. But here, I'm going to tell you the answer to the angry carrot. You call it a steamed vegetable. A steamed vegetable. I don't remember what one bed bug said to the other. Probably something like, see you in the spring. Is that what it was? See you in the spring? Seemed like there was one that was the answer to, something about bed bugs. Nose itches. I know there was one of those that was asked one time, and the answer was see you in the spring. I'll meet you in the spring. There you go. I knew it was something about the spring. When I update this tablet, it might say processing the update package, and there was a progress bar going really quick. Anthony says I'll probably do a video sometime tomorrow. What kind of video are you going to do, Anthony? Oh my goodness, we've been on here for 2 hours. It's right at 11 o'clock, like in 2 minutes, I think. I don't know what processing the update package means. Well, it has to download it, and then it like processes it, making sure everything is where it's supposed to go before it stops processing. The same way with the videos when I upload them. They go through a processing time, and then they go through a moderation check to see if there's any copyrights or stuff like that. Well, that's something like the update package goes through. It's just a check to make sure everything is the way it should be. Thank you, Neil. It'll be cleaning or something. Well, this I gotta see. I guess you just go by your name to get to your channel or your videos, Anthony. Just go by Anthony, and it should take you to your videos, maybe. It's a dress. I don't usually wear dresses except for days that I know I'm not going to be doing a whole lot in the yard, in the garden. Even though I did tie up some tomato plants today, but I wasn't out there too long. Yeah, Dinosaur Valley is about a half-hour drive from here. Maybe not quite a half hour. I think it's about a half-hour drive. Because it's down in Glen Rose. I've been there before, but it's been years ago. Oh, okay. So you don't go just by Anthony then? I have no idea, Joshua. You're asking me something I don't know. I don't have an Android 14. I've got an A53. You used to camp near Dinosaur Valley, Jeremy? Many moons ago. at Russell Acts 1997. Okay, I got Anthony written down with a line under it, and then I got that little website address down below it, so I'll know who it is. Because I never would have guessed that would have been your channel, but just looking at that name. But I'll find it. Any of the rest of you want to see anything that he posts maybe tomorrow, because we won't get notified. We're not subscribed to his channel, so he's put his address there. So if you want to see the video that he hopefully will post tomorrow sometime, he's giving you his address. I've had my A53 for a couple of years now. Your first name is Russell, and I used to live in Los Angeles, so I put Lax in 1997 was my cousin's birthday. You should change it to, well, that is your name, Russell. I've always been told that it's better to put your name in your title of your channel, so it's easier for people to find you, because if they know you by name, then they can put your name in and find your channel. But I would have thought to put in Anthony, looking for Anthony, not Russell. So I'm glad you told us. Your parents still go, you live in Pittsburgh now. Thank you, Neil. How many gigs of RAM is A53 versus Galaxy Tab? I have no idea, Russell. I don't know anything about a Galaxy Tab 7 Lite. All I know is I've got 128 gigs of memory that stores pictures and videos, and I always have to keep deleting stuff off my phone because, man, that 128 gigs just gets eat up in a hurry. You'll change it after you find it. After we find it, okay. What time do you think you might, well, you probably don't even know. It's hard to say if you don't already have the video recorded, what time you might post it. But I got it written down on this paper here in front of my computer so I don't forget it. So I'll check every once in a while tomorrow, put that name in and see if it brings up anything. And I'll do it off and on until finally I'll get a video or something come up. If you end up posting it tomorrow. Yes, I have a large garden, and I don't think I want it to get any bigger because I've got all I can deal with right now. It'll be around 11 a.m. Okay. Well, I've got 128 gigs of storage, Joshua. You've got 32 gigs, so I've got a lot more than you got. Subtract 32 from 128. That's the difference. You've already got 4 live streams on your channel? Wow. Well, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. I will definitely check it out. Yeah, I had 32 gigs on my A10 phone. And I upgraded to the A53 with 128 gigs. And now I need to upgrade to more than that. You never have enough storage. Not if you're doing videos and thumbnails and all that. And there's Too Tall Rob. Hello. Too Tall Rob Live. I don't know, Ann. I don't know what it is now, but I know when I started, I had to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours before I could go live. Now, I think you can go live from the computer, but mine had such a bad camera on my laptop that I couldn't go live from there. But to go live from my phone, and that's usually what I go live on, that's what I'm live on now, I had to have 4,000 viewing hours and 1,000 subscribers. But I'm told if you have a laptop and you go live on your laptop, you don't have to have that many. I don't know if that's true or not. I just know what I had to have when I started about 3 years ago. I mean, they probably did change all that. Yeah, what do you go live on, Anthony? You go live on your phone. Well, see, every time I tried to go live on my phone, it told me that I was not qualified. And it never would let me go live until I had the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours. And you had to have that within 12 months. So, I don't know. I mean, you could post videos all day long, but you couldn't go live. That's what I've been using for years on my Creator Cam. I mean, my A10 was a great little camera. It took, I did all my videos on that, but I just didn't have enough storage. It only had 32 gigs of storage. And the A53 has 128. And sometimes I still run out because I don't delete videos and stuff off of the camera. And it fills up the storage. Yeah, I never wanted to use my camera on my laptop because it's got a terrible camera. It does not do a decent picture at all. It's almost like a black and white. It's so bad. I don't remember, Joshua. I have to look into it. I don't remember how many gigs of RAM it has. And it's an A10. A is in Apple, not 8. A10. Yeah, I've heard that they did change some of the qualifications. I don't know. But I just know I couldn't until I had that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours before it would ever let me go live. I mean, I tried time and time again to go live, and it would send me that message said that I wasn't qualified to go live yet. You hate having conversations by text message or chat. I know, because you got to type everything in. Y'all have to do that too, Tall. I haven't had a panel up on my screen in my lives in a long time. I mean, I quit doing it because nobody wanted to get up there. Kyle would get up there just about every time. You know, he was trying to help his own channel out, and I don't blame him. I mean, I've tried to give him what little bit of help I could give him, you know, to steer people toward his little videos and stuff. He's always posting some cute, really pretty shorts. I mean, he lives in a beautiful place. Hawaii's beautiful. Oh no, you think your air conditioner's broke. It's hot. Oh no, sorry. This is not the time of the year to do without an AC. Well, y'all, we've been on here for 2 hours. I have got to go. Got to let y'all get some rest. Yeah, jump in the pool, Anthony. You'd be surprised how much the pool water will cool you down. And then when you go to bed, you'll stay cool all night. You won't be hot till you wake up the next day. Yes, you've got to hope the person you're messaging sees the chat. Yeah, that's true. And then you got to wonder if YouTube let the comment post. Yeah. Well, what does the time have to do with you jumping in your pool, Anthony? Midnight's a good time to get in there, cool off, and then go to bed. Yes, it is. It's getting late, Joshua. It's 11:13 here, so it's pushing midnight. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all need some rest. I need rest. So I appreciate each and every one of you for coming in my live tonight. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have too. Oh, because you're afraid of the snakes. I didn't think of that. I never had to worry much about the snakes here, so didn't worry me. At midnight, you can't see the sneaky snakes. Well, we used to have a pool down at the end of my street, the community pool. And we never worried about snakes getting in the pool because it was all lit up. And there was so many people around it, it would scare a snake to death. So there was never any worry about snakes being in the pool. It had lights under the water and above the water and everywhere else. So Too Tall said, do not look at the new video in my shorts. Why? She said, well, he was in my house, not in my swimming pool. I don't have a swimming pool up. They usually pretty much stay out in the yard, but it's been raining so much lately. This much rain in Texas is unusual. Yeah, I want to wish Ann luck tomorrow. We'll be all praying for you. Keep our fingers crossed for you that everything goes well and he tells you some good stuff. You're going to be taking it for a test drive tomorrow. Oh, I don't know. I've got so many favorite recipes that it's hard to say. Just pick one. But anyway, we've been on here long enough. I've enjoyed it. And like I said, I hope you have too. I think you have. And we weren't too bothered by trolls tonight. I think, what was it, one came in? Got rid of them. So y'all sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'll see you next time. Please tell everybody to like, share, and subscribe to my videos. And I love y'all. Good night.